Yo, what is good YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K23 video. And in today's video, I have another episode of Badge Layouts for you guys. In today's episode, we are going to be discussing the best finishing badge layouts for wing players. So yeah, let's just jump right into the builds. So for starters, I just want to show you guys what the build is. We're looking at a wing player. So I made a small forward. Both players are going to be these exact same things. We're going 6'7" height, we're going 220 pounds, and we're going with a 7-foot wingspan. Body shape don't matter, but you know I like to go defined. And then I'm going to be showing you guys what the physicals are going to be. The physicals are going to be as you see right there on the screen, and those physicals are going to remain the exact same for both builds. So both builds will have an 86 speed, a 79 acceleration, an 83 strength, a 97 vertical, and a 99 stamina. Neither of those physicals will change for either one of these builds. The only thing that will change for the builds is the finishing or whatever like that. Now obviously for the shooting, the playmaking, the defense, I just moved all the sliders up like randomly, so don't even pay any attention to that. That's not going to influence anything or unlock anything or whatever like that for us. The only thing I cared to make sure I kept the same was the physicals, and then you know the height and the weight and the wingspan and stuff like that, to make sure I didn't give any extra boost or anything like that, just to make it fair for both builds or whatever. Now this first build is going to have 15 finishing badge points, and then our second build is going to have 24 finishing badge points. So I'm going to go ahead and start off, show you guys what this build is going to be. So there you have it. This is going to be our build, first build with 15 finishing badges. We're looking at a 75 close shot, an 80 layup, an 85 drive and dunk, and a 70 standing dunk. Neither one of these builds will have any post control, because I don't plan on using any builds that have like Dream Shake, Post Spin Technician, or Drop Stepper, because these are going to be wing builds. It's not going to be builds for inside big men or whatever like that. If you want to check out our badge layouts for big men for finishing, go ahead and check it out on the channel or whatever like that. I might link it down below. But this is going to be a badge layout for wing players, so no post control on these. Yeah, so let's just jump right into it really quickly so you guys got a chance to see that. And then of course our takeovers are going to be the same. I went with the same takeover for both builds, slashing and shot creating, but obviously you're going to go with slashing because it's a finishing build, or a build with finishing in it. None of this matters. We just have to create the build just so we can get to the build tester, as you guys know. So we're going to load up the build tester. We're going to go with the 99 overall just so we have access to all of our attributes and all of our badges. And then this first badge layout is actually going to be very simple and very straight to the point. We're going to be rocking all silver badges as well too. The first badge we're going with is going to be Acrobat, and that's just because, like I said before, Acrobat is just such a really good badge, especially since they took out fancy footwork. This has been the go-to badge for those who like to use it for various different layups, euro steps, hop steps, spin layups, and stuff like that. With fancy footwork out of the game, as you can read the description, this is basically fancy footwork built into Acrobat now. Spin, half spin, hop step, euro step, cradle, reverse, and chain shot layup attempts receive a significant boost. Additionally, the ability to beat defenders with these gathers is improved, so it's going to help you with beating people with those euros and hop steps and stuff like that. And you're going to get a boost when you do those moves or whatever like that. And we all know how ridiculously OP the chain shot layups are with Acrobat. You know what I'm saying? Still pretty good when you do those spam chain shots or double clutch layups. So yeah, that's why I run with Acrobat at all times, especially because I just love doing euros and stuff like that. So I like having that extra boost for me to make that and beat a defender with the euro, because the euro was just so underrated, especially since blocks aren't OP like they were last year. You tried the euro last year, you were getting your layup beat off the backboard. It was a chase down every time, but this year you actually have a fair chance at actually making it. So doing that euro and stuff like that, you usually get people jumping early, or missing you and stuff like that, or fouling you. So either way, I'm cool with it, whether I get the basket or the foul. Acrobat is usually in my repertoire. Moving on, the next badge, Posterizer, obviously just going to help with dunking in traffic, not just for posterizers and getting contact dunk animations, another real reason why I really love using posterizers is because it helps you with dunking in traffic, dunking with somebody down in the paint, even if they don't jump and they're just standing there. If they have high interior defense or whatever, them just standing there could be enough to make you miss the dunk or make the ball pop out when you try to dunk the ball or whatever. I try to run posterizer on at least bronze, but on this build, because we have a little bit higher, we're going to be using that dunk animation, not dunk animation, but that dunk meter a couple times as well too. I like to run at least silver posterizer if I plan on using the dunk meter at all. I don't run anything less than silver if I plan to use a build with the dunk meter. Now, if I don't plan to touch the dunk meter at all and I'm just going to dunk with the stick or square, then I'll run just bronze and just be good with that. But anything with the dunk meter, you want at least, in my opinion, silver or higher. Really gold, but you can get by with silver depending on how high your dunk rating is. So that's why we're going to be running with that silver posterizer. Then next, we're going to be running with that slithery, which is going to pair with that posterizer as well as acrobat, because it's going to help you slide through traffic and avoid contact when you finish at the rim. Everybody knows slithery is a staple by now. This is a go-to badge if you want to finish at a high level. Of course, you should be running slithery. It's a no-brainer. Enough said on slithery. And then the next badge that I have is fast twitch, and the reason why I like to run fast twitch is because it's going to speed up my ability to do layups and dunks before the defense has the time to contest me and get blocked. And, you don't really want to play around down low, especially if you're not a big man yourself. If you're a big man yourself, then, it's a lot harder for you to get blocked because you're usually taller or around the same height as the center. But if you're shorter, especially on a 6'7", 6'8 build, 6'6 build, you're going to want to be able to get those shots, those layups, those dunks off as fast as possible, and fast twitch is going to help you with that. I really, really love to have this badge equipped, especially because when I'm on a wing player, my point forward and stuff like that, I love to cut backdoor. And I felt that this badge definitely helps me with getting those layups up quicker, getting those dunks up quicker and stuff like that. Just getting the ball out of my hands when I make those backdoor cuts and somebody hits me. A lot of times, especially if the center is like playing a zone and they're up at the free throw line, it helps me with getting that ball off before they can get a chance to get from the free throw line back to the rim. I'm able to put the ball up already before they're even able to get a block off on me or even get a contest off on me. So I like to just run fast twitch as that like security insurance, especially on a wing player. Now, if you're on a center, then you really want this badge way higher than just silver. You want to try to shoot for at least gold if you can. Silver is still good, but the higher you put it, the faster you're going to get the ball off. So I feel like as a big man, you're going to want this on a higher level so you can get that off or whatever like that. And then finally, our last badge is going to be Fearless Finisher, and that's going to work in conjunction with Acrobat and slithery and stuff like that. When you drive to the basket and you get that contact or you don't get that contact, and you get that bump or whatever, you trying to avoid the contact and you get that bump. I like to have badges, for every situation. The best layout is going to be a badge layout that's going to help you with every animation or every situation possible. So Acrobat is going to help you with Euros and stuff like that, avoiding contact. And that's going to help you with Slithery. Slithery and Acrobat is going to go together. It's going to help you with avoiding the contact, beating people with those moves and stuff like that. Then Posterizer and Slithery is going to work together in conjunction with getting you contact dunk animations and catching bodies on people, right? Cool. That's also for dunking now. So you got a badge for layups, you got a badge for dunking, and then now Fearless Finisher is going to help you when you can't avoid the contact and you're getting bumped and pushed and stuff like that. That's where Fearless Finisher is going to come in and help you. And even, Fearless Finisher in conjunction with Acrobat is going to help you with those difficult layups with, contact and where you adjust and double clutch and stuff like that. So, I try to run badges now. The best case scenario would be if we was also able to run, we had extra badge points to put on, a bully or even an aerial wizard that's going to help you with catching alley-oops and helping you with contact layups and not just contact dunks and stuff like that. But we don't have enough badge points on this build. We only have 15, so I tried to space it out with I think is the most important badges. Now I know a lot of people would say Limitless Takeoff would be a badge that they take, but the reason why I don't go with Limitless Takeoff is because it only has like a activation rate of like 3% or something like that. I think 2K Labs video said it's like 3% compared to gold, which is 10%, and the Hall of Fame, which is 15%. And I feel like at 3%, that's not worth 3 badge points. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't activate enough for me to warrant using it. So that's why I don't really use it. Unless I can get this badge on gold, I just don't even bother with Limitless Takeoff. I would much rather have like Fast Twitch and Fearless Finisher over Limitless Takeoff, in my opinion. So that's the reason why you guys don't see Limitless Takeoff on this build. So again, our layout is going to be Silver Acrobat, Silver Posterizer, Silver Slithery, Silver Fast Twitch, and of course Silver Fearless Finisher. And then now we're going to move on to our second build. And of course I did this backwards. I should have had the build with 15 badges here and then the build with 24 badges here, but you know, we ain't going to discuss that now. We're getting into our second badge layout, which is going to be 24 finishing badges. Again, as you see on your screen, same height, same weight, same wingspan. As you can see right there in the corner, the physicals are going to be exactly the same. 86 speed, 79 acceleration, 83 strength, 97 vertical, 99 stamina. The only thing that we're going to be changing is going to be the finishing. So let's just jump into the build, and I'm going to let you guys sit here and see what our actual finishing attributes are going to be. So right there you can see we're going to have an 84 close shot, a 95 layup, a 95 driving dunk, and an 86 standing dunk for a final count of 24 finishing badges, which is going to be really, really nice. Again, same physicals, same height, weight, wingspan, and all of that stuff. Then, of course, the takeovers, same takeovers. We're going to slashing and shot creating. Not that it matters, but, you know, we're going to go with slashing, you know, takeover, of course, because you know it's finishing. And then of course we're going to hop into the build tester so we can test our build and just get a look at our badge layouts. Obviously 99 overall, so we have access to all our badges and attributes. And then again, we're going to be pretty much rocking the same exact layout as we had before, with just some slight differences. So for starters, we're going to be going with Gold Acrobat. You know, we're going to be going with Gold Posterizer, Gold Slithery, Gold Fearless, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much where it ends for what we had last time, you know. And then we're also going to be running with Silver Fast Twitch again. So that right there is where it ends. This is where our build will be switched up and changed or whatever like that, because we're going to have some new addition of badges and stuff like that with this build. So the first addition, new addition for this build that we're going to have that we didn't have in the last badge layout for this layout is going to be Gold Limitless Takeoff. And like I explained to you guys, the reason why I didn't take Limitless Takeoff in our 15 badge layout is because we're only going to have silver. We're not going to have access to gold, which is going to have a 10% activation rate or whatever for getting those Limitless Takeoff dunks. And I just feel like it's just not worth it to have on silver. But gold, however, is certainly worth it. Now, if you could get a Hall of Fame, I would definitely go with Hall of Fame, but gold is definitely suffice for what we want to do, you know, especially when it comes to those, you know, those dunk packages like the Michael Jordan dunk package, you know, the cradle dunk package, the quick drops off ones, the straight arm tomahawks and stuff like that. That's going to give you those long activating dunks or whatever like that. That's what we want. And I just feel like on gold, it's definitely the sweet spot. Now, of course, if you get a Hall of Fame, get it to Hall of Fame. But gold is definitely going to hold us down, and gold has definitely held me down from multiple builds, like my 3-level scorer, my point forward, like every build that I can think of that has gold Limitless Takeoff. It has held me down to the point where I'm just like, all right, I'm cool with this. I don't even have to worry about getting Hall of Fame or anything like that. Now, if you made a pure slashing build that you just want to slash and catch bodies with, then obviously Hall of Fame is a no-brainer. But, you know, we're going to be good with gold Limitless Takeoff. And then our next 2 badges is going to be one, Aerial Wizard, which I explained to you guys before when we were talking about our last badge layout, is that I want to have my badges set up for every scenario possible. You know, Fearless Finisher for contact, Acrobat for spins, and Euros and stuff like that, you know, double clutch layups when I might be getting blocked. Limitless takeoff for those fast breaks so I don't have to worry about anybody trying to chase me down. Slithery to avoid the contact. Posterizer so I can get those dunks in traffic and stuff like that. Aerial Wizard is going to help me for, you know, completing those alley-oops. And sometimes when you want to be flashy, maybe you trying to build your little mixtape or your montage or whatever, and you want to catch a putback banger or whatever, they did patch putbacks, and putbacks seem to be a little bit easier. And I've even seen a couple of putbacks now where I wasn't seeing any putbacks the first 3 months of this game. I think I might have seen like maybe one putback. You know what I'm saying? But now I've seen like about, let's say I played 15 to 20 games season 4 so far, maybe 30 games. I would say I've seen at least like 4 or 5 putbacks in those 20 to 30 games that I've played of rec so far. And that's a lot. If you ask anybody that plays rec and you be like, oh, yo, if in 25 games you've seen 4 putbacks, they'd be like, what the hell? Like, that's a lot of putbacks, bro. Like, because people just don't catch them like that. But now, oh yeah, Aerial Wizard is definitely worth it. Even just to take a flyer on it on just bronze is going to help you with catching the alley-oop and catching a green in for your meter and stuff like that, the dunk meter for catching the alley-oops. That right there is enough alone to, you know, run it. But also to have it for the putbacks and stuff like that, definitely want to have that. And then of course our final badge is going to of course be one of my favorite badges that I always like to run on all my players, and that's Bronze Giant Slayer. And the main reason why I like to run Bronze Giant Slayer is for that second part of the build. See, most people only focus on the first part of the badge, which says it boosts the shot percentage for layup attempts when mismatched against the taller defender, which is cool because at 6'7", if we're going into the paint and there's a 7-1, 7-2, 7-3 in the paint, we're going to get that boost with Giant Slayer. You know what I'm saying? That's going to help us make that shot. But the main reason why I like to run Giant Slayer is for the second part, as you can see, and it says, and reduces the possibility of getting blocked. So that's the main reason why I run Giant Slayer, just because it reduces my chances of getting my shit swatted, which is what I don't want when I'm driving into the paint trying to dunk on somebody or lay the ball up on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Especially when somebody's in the paint or somebody's coming into the paint, and a lot of times they're going to pull you out of your dunk animation into a bullshit layup animation. You don't want that bullshit layup animation getting swatted, and that's where Giant Slayer is going to come in, and it's going to save you more often than not. So again, this is my badge layout for 24 badges. We're looking at, for gold badges, Acrobat, Posterizer, Slithery, Fearless Finisher, and Limitless Takeoff. Our 1 silver badge is going to be Fast Twitch, and then our bronze badges are going to be Aerial Wizard and Giant Slayer. It's been your boy Make America Lit. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K23 content, badge breakdowns, badge layouts, and of course NBA player builds. It's been your boy Make America Lit. I'm out, guys. Peace.